What's up, you guys? It's Nosike here with Pyramid TV as we got the chance to sit down with a rising star who represents the city of Chicago fashionably well. All the way from the east side, his next level flow has gained him features on Complex Magazine, XXL, BET.com, and much, much more. And with his craft catching the attention of legendary hip-hop journalist and radio personality Sway, the next level artist has taken his career to new heights. And not to mention the release of his latest single, Dancing Like Diddy, as an artist with Priority Independent Records. After shutting it down, performing at the BET Experience at this year's BET Awards, he recently has his hands on a new project where he will be doing what he does and loves best, along with the Van Jones Tour. And yes, I am talking of no other than Boy, Illinois. Making a special stop on the tour in his hometown, Chicago, this past week, we got the chance to sit with him right before he left off to let the artist express himself as to what his reality really is.
Yeah, it's the Boy, Illinois, and right now you're checking the productions with Pyramid TV. Yeah.
How is everything going on with you? You've been doing such huge things within this year alone. Tell us about your journey so far.
This year alone, we've signed a distribution deal with Priority, released the first single, Dancing Like Diddy. We performed at the Taste of Chicago. We performed at the BET Award Experience Weekend for the BET Awards, and we have a tour coming up next.
So this tour, give us a little more details, because this sounds like something new, something that you haven't really announced yet. You've done a couple shows, especially you being in LA. I know that was a great experience for you. How was that?
Yeah, the BET experience was dope. It was my first time performing at a pool party, so it was a pool party experience. So that was really great for me to get that type of atmosphere and who I was performing for, because that later led on to Rock Nation calling us, and they said we would be a good look for this Van Jones tour that we're about to do. Thank you very much. So we're doing half of the dates, all in the major markets, and we're knocking those out, and it's going to be a good time, a good opportunity for myself, and it's just going to be it's a good vibe, and then it aligns myself right along with my brand and what I got going.
I want to just talk about you as a brand. You're like a new fashion icon / rapper, just everything. So tell us how you kind of developed that throughout your years.
I don't know, really. I just really like looking good. I don't know, and I don't really have a stylist. Not too much inspiration. I do a lot of inspiration come from growing up with Nigerian friends. So a lot of Nigerian friends, they put me on to the Ankara, the wax print, things of that nature. And that's how I rock out. So I do a lot of that. And Nigeria, West Africa in general, period.
Okay, so you were just saying how your fashion influenced a little bit Nigerian motion. I'm Nigerian, so I understand what you're talking about, but I really want to get to the flow, your rhyme scheme, your flow. What makes Boy, Illinois, Boy, Illinois? What is that specifically?
It's very melodic. Comes with a harmony, kind of a little raspiness, kind of like jazz, kind of like a real jazzy feel to it. So that's why I try to keep it. I got a lot of big jazz background, smooth jazz. Listen to a lot of Al Jarreau growing up, so that's the big influence on me. So that's me. That's what makes me me, the raspy jazz type thing and the flow like that.
So just speaking of that, like kind of influence, you're now an influence to that next generation. Even Lupe Fiasco said that he sees you as a new leader of this next generation. How much does that mean to you?
That means a lot, especially coming from somebody like him, because I looked up to him coming up. No, not really. It's just I knew I was gonna be here. Yeah, so it's like I tell you, I don't get nervous. I knew I was supposed to be here years ago. I just been preparing myself to be in this position. Now I know I'm supposed to be bigger than this, so I'm gonna take it to new heights, and I'm kind of prepared. I got a solid foundation so that when problems arise, when the next level comes up, I'm prepared to deal with things this and that way.
Now, you're from kind of like the east side of Chicago. Now, being from Chicago, we both pretty much understand, like, you got to hustle. You got to get to where you got to get to. You really got to work for it and put that effort towards it. Now, being like a role model to that new generation coming up, especially your role in the music industry, how do you feel like your role has probably elevated now or changed to a new height because, you're in this industry?
You just have more eyes on you. You influence more people. So you got to be really careful about what you do, the way you do things, because you know that especially kids are very impressionable. and they're looking at you, and if they look up to you and they find you as a role model, anything that you do or think is acceptable, they're gonna do the same thing. So just be careful. But I'm pretty much cool with everything I do. You know, whether if it's a 60-year-old watching me or if it's a 12-year-old watching me, they're gonna be like, yeah, dude, good. He good people. He good.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to also just touch on family. You have a huge family support. I know one of your bigger supporters are your father. How, I know that means a lot to even just have that huge support coming from just straight at the crib. Like, kind of just go through that a little bit.
He understands. My pops is my biggest fan. He understands because he's a musician. And he still plays the keys, sings a little, but he creates jazz instrumentals. He has an album on iTunes too. Okay. Bill Gilbert, y'all go cop that, because that money comes to the same household. So yeah, man. And my sister too. She does music, but my dad's an OG, like a super OG, and he's in tune. He be on Fake Shore Drive. He'll be on all the blogs because I'm on them. So he keeps in tune with what's going on. He tell me about the new J. Cole releases before I even hear him. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's real cool.
So in your music, do you feel like it's important to share a message through your songs? What do you feel like, for example, Dancing Like Diddy? When I hear that song, it makes me want to dance, it makes me want to have fun, but also makes me want to pretty much enjoy life. You know, life is so short. It is what you make it. So what do you feel like the importance is behind producing great music, but also having a message with that music?
I just think you just gotta get a vibe. Like that's what you say with the Diddy. The vibe is just to have a good time, man. It's so much depressing stuff going on in the world today. You just gotta have a good time when you can, you know. And that's what I want you to do. Whether I want you to think or whether I want you to do this or that, I just want you to have a good time while you're doing it. Because anytime anybody's preaching on you type knowledge, nobody want to hear all that, man. Give me some Harriet Tubman with a trap beat with some 808s to it. Then I may be able to get down with it, you know. So that's all I try to provide.
Now, one last thing. I want to know, what is your favorite lyric of 2017? Now, that could be a lyric that you created personally or a lyric that you've heard of somebody that you probably look up to.
Man, that's a great question.
Hey, I got myself on that.
Wow. Ooh. No, give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I think to keep it real simple is kind of like what you just said. Jay-Z said, "I'm not black, I'm OJ." Okay. It's like because we've seen like over the past couple of years, a lot of people try to like separate themselves from their race and from their pigmentation and melanin, and you be like, yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's gonna work.
Exactly.
So
yeah, okay.
that really kind of like summed up a lot of stuff for us. I feel like in that little small line. So
what about the song? I'm pretty sure you've heard the entire.
I love the song. I really love the song.
Is that your favorite song on the album?
It's probably it's neck and neck with that and yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Family Feud, them two.
That's my
and
song.
Marcy Me is like that. Marcy Me and Legacy. Those are my top 4 songs on that album.
Yeah. Now, and that's exactly where I go into like the message behind it. Now, you're almost kind of like, well, what I've seen, you're almost kind of like following that path of becoming an artist in the game, coming from a city like Chicago, but also having people look up to you almost like a mogul. Do you see yourself as a music mogul in the next couple of years?
Yeah, actually, I actually have some tremendous things in motion here in America and in Africa that's going on behind the scenes, but it's really laying the foundation and getting everything together so that once I reach a certain platform, I can do exactly what I want to do. But I got some good homies. It's me and my homie. My homie just came back from Cameroon, my homie Dominic. So I got to go see him sometime before I have to leave out for tour. Right. So he's doing some land searching so we can grab some land out there. And we got some things coming up next year for me on the business side. So it's going to be good.
So you'll see business for Illinois. Okay. So what would you say your overall goal, or better yet, what is your purpose of you being in the music industry? Why do you think you were created to be here?
To give a good message to the people, but to also get my family out of hell. So, you know, like with the legacy, like my family ain't had nothing, so it's got to start somewhere. So, yeah. So I just feel like it's that time. And as long as I can provide something and kick something off, I'm straight. So.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure your family's, like I said, it's a huge supporter. You have people like almost wanting to just be just like you, dancing like Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
I want the whole city dancing like Diddy, and I just heard they playing at the strip club now too. So.
Okay. Super excellent. I love it. Do you have any words of advice for those who are kind of like, they see you grind? Because you've really been out here grinding from like, for not even a long time, but just your work ethic has grown tremendously, and it takes a lot to be where you are right now. So do you think that, well, for one, explain to the world how much effort it really takes to be in your position and why that's so important?
But it takes a lot of effort, a lot of tired nights, a lot of unpaid stuff. You know, you got to do a lot of stuff for free. It's just, really keeping the mindset of that childhood thing of the tortoise and the hare. You really want to be the tortoise in the long run. Just take things slow and watch how everybody else, because the hare always makes the mistakes first. So you learn from that. And I learned from a lot of people just getting on and jumping on and going from there to there and learning those mistakes. And I feel like a lot of the people in this next wave of Chicago artists, we kind of saw what mistakes other artists made before us. And I was just at a Time Money show, and it was me, Time Money, Rico Reckless, YP, Queen Key, Lucy V. Everybody was cool, and it was just all vibing. I've had like 4 or 5 of them artists come through the studio this week alone. So it's just a good vibe, and everybody's on a good wavelength right now. Chicago at a good place. So I'm loving it.
And it's expected to grow, right?
Yes.
You gotta represent. You gotta represent. Thank you so much. Do you have any words of wisdom else to give?
If you really want to do something, just do it, and really know what your niche is, honestly. And if you're really talented at something, don't waste that talent, because God gave you that talent for a reason, to serve the world. And you're really doing a disservice if you're not applying that and putting that out. And I feel like this is my gift, and I got to go hard at it, because this is what I've been put here to do. So.
I like that. That was good. Yeah. Thank you so much for just being here. Boy, Illinois, everybody. It's your girl. Yes, Nigerian.
I approve this.
Approve. He approves.
And to always have the latest right at your fingertips, anytime, any place, on what's going on in your entertainment world today. Don't be afraid to check out www.eventsbypyramid.com. It's your girl Nosike, and you are watching Pyramid TV.